everyone, welcome to Roman and the Robbo, and welcome to another product review. This is the brand new, just been released Charger 2 from Bluetti. It is basically a DC to DC charger, alternator charger, solar input, simultaneous charging. You can charge up to 1200 watts from both alternator and solar. Alternator by itself is 800 watts, solar up to a maximum of 600. Combination of the two, you would think it's 1400, but it's not. It's throttled back to 1200 watts. So I'll just rip it open, pull it out the box so we can have a little bit of a closer look at it. Now this is much more than just a DC to DC charger. It's referred to as a power gateway because it has so many more features that I'm going to be able to use it for. But it will be the perfect addition to what is now the dual battery setup in the Cruiser. I did have an under bonnet second battery. I could never get enough power out of that battery under bonnet to run the fridge for any length of time unless we're doing a lot of driving. That's why I've got the Elite 200 V2 power station, which is now the house battery, the inverter, and this will be charging that up. So what's in the box? Obviously the main unit. It needs to be mounted somewhere dry and dust free, so it's not an under bonnet vehicle mounted charger. You need to put it in the cabin of your car. Anyway, the main unit obviously comes in the box, and then there are a myriad of cables. We have the power cable that will go from your vehicle's battery to the alternator input of the device. And what's really awesome about this is 5 meters long. It's already got some protective braiding there, so I don't have to try and fight with the split tubing because I've never worked out how to do that efficiently. So that's already been protected, which is awesome. We have a couple of the solar panel inputs and the charging output cables. They'll be together. That's what goes into the power station. There is a 75 amp fuse. Right, because 800 watt alternator charging is 12 volt conversion. I always do this. It's about 60 amps. So that's a 75 amp fuse there. And there is also a bi-directional cable that will go into a compatible power station. Or an expansion battery that Bluetti offer. Unfortunately, I cannot use this. The Elite 200 V2 is not, I was going to say it's not compatible with this unit. It is. This unit will charge my power station and 95% of competitors' power stations on the market. I'll get into what this is used for a little bit later in the video. Because as I said, this is so much more than a charger. This is basically your power hub, because you can actually run the DC hub off of this with an expansion battery or with a compatible power station that has the bi-directional cable. As I said, I don't have that. The B300K expansion battery was offered to us, but I would have only taken that because I was getting it for free, and that's the wrong reason for me to do a review. We don't have a use case for that, but it is an option because this can be your RV four-wheel drive power solution setup with that DC hub. It gives you more outputs, up to 700 watts I think that hub one was, when paired with this and an expansion battery to run your fridge and other DC appliances, things like that. Like I said, we won't be using it for that, but it will be charging our power station while we're on the move. Okay, so let's just clear the table and have a little bit of a closer look at this unit. At the bottom there is all your inputs and outputs. Super easy peasy. Not allowed to say that anymore. Now this unit can be a direct replacement for the Charger 1. You don't even need to replace the cables. And for the first 72 hours of the release of this product on January the 7th, if you are an existing Charger 1 customer or you're currently using the Charger 1, you can replace it for this for $199. This normally retails for $599, and we will have a discount code for 6% off We'll put that up on the screen somewhere. So, like I said, super easy. Let me just get my trusty screwdriver and pull this apart. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to install this in this video, but what I will do is a bit of a bench test. I'm going to sort of set it up, not in its permanent final position, but I'm just going to run the cable on the outside of the car to this unit and then into the power station. Now, as I said, you can get 800 watts from the alternator out of this. I don't think I will get that from the Cruiser, only because that second battery that I've already got under the bonnet, that is being fed by a 25 amp Red Arc DC charger, and I won't, more than likely, I won't be able to run this at its maximum capacity and that other charger at the same time. So this I'll probably only get around 600, 500, 600 watts, something like that, but more than enough for our use case. That front panel just comes off, that gives you access to all the little screw points at the front there. And then it's just so simple. Here is the charger output, positive to positive, obviously, negative to negative. That just goes in there. All you need is a Phillips head. That'll screw down. Alright, screw down, and you get your charging cable for your power station. MC4 connections, boom, boom, that goes in to your power station. And then obviously for the battery, for your vehicle's start battery, that one just goes in there, that one goes in there. So no crimping required, it's all been pre-crimped. Now, probably advisable if you're not that electrically minded to get a professional to install it, but it is a super easy DIY job. Then all you need to do is just run the cable, connect it to your start battery with the fuse that is included, and you're good to go. And it is that simple. So like I said, I'm going to run out now and do a little bit of a bench test with this, and we'll interact with the app, get it all set up, and see what what wattage charge we get to the power station that is now in the back of the Cruiser, running the fridge and the coffee machine and charging all my devices. Okay, I'm just wondering if there's anything else I should probably mention before we go out there. One thing I did fail to mention, the bi-directional cable for, I'll put a list of the compatible power stations and expansion batteries. Bi-directional, right? So this will charge your expansion battery, but you can also use this to charge your start battery, okay? So if you're in a situation where your start battery fails, you can actually use a compatible power station or an expansion battery to back charge your vehicle's battery to get it started and get you on the move again. There is one thing that I will say, this input here is labeled D+. If your vehicle has a smart alternator, you will need to get that cable. It doesn't come with the unit. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have seen it come with the unit, because a lot of vehicles these days do have that smart alternator. It's basically like a signal wire. It lets the unit know, it lets the charger 2 know that you have a smart alternator, so it will accept the charge at a lower voltage. That's basically how they work. So if you do have a smart alternator, just be mindful, you will need to get that cable and install that as well. Right, I think I've been ranting and rambling and raving enough. I hope you managed to keep up. Let's get outside, do a little bit of a bench test with the power station, and we'll take it from there. Like I said before, just a bench test, not a permanent solution. I just got it running through the cab of the car at the moment. I don't have the negative connected. I don't want to have a danger of a short. So I've got the fuse installed in the positive, and I'm just going to wire this in. And like I said before, it's already been pre-crimped. So You didn't need to do any crimping of terminals or anything like that. All you got to do is hang on to your Phillips head screwdriver, screw them down. There's no danger of that coming undone. I'll go and connect that negative. Right, so obviously nothing's active at the moment because the car isn't running. Just going to install the output cables to charge the power station. I'll connect that up and then I'll go and start the cruiser up. Okay, that's on. Okay, that's in, that's connected, that's in, that's on. Now I'll turn charging on. Okay, now this is the first time that I've used this Charger 2 app, so I don't actually know how to navigate through here yet. It doesn't appear to be charging yet. Now the car is only at idle. Let me just go through some of these settings here. Oh, I just heard a fan kick on, so something's happening. Oh, look at that. Okay, the input is currently 667 watts. Okay, so 12 volt conversion is about 50 amps, which is pretty good. I'm just going to go and accelerate the engine and see what we get out of it. It's currently putting in, well, it's 720 coming out of the vehicle's battery according to the Bluetooth app here. Going into the Elite 200 is now 690 thereabouts with accelerating. Okay, so that's not far off the maximum 800, but like I said, I've got a dual battery system under the bonnet connected to a 25 amp DC to DC charger. So this alternator, you know, it's already probably operating at max output. If you had a truck or you didn't have the second battery on the bonnet, you potentially get that full 800. And the fact that you can connect up to 600 watts of solar into this charger as well, yeah, that's pretty impressive. I'm pretty impressed with that. So we got 688 watts at mild acceleration, so 12 volt conversion for those who are interested. 688 watts divided by 12 volts, 57 amps. So that's if you operate in 12 volt land like most people do, and I'll always do that conversion. Right, this bad boy is going right here, and just above it, right there, that's where the power station will be mounted and strapped down to those anchor points there on my drawers. What I need to do now is get my arse into gear and get it fitted in the next couple of days when we go on our big trip. Anyway, look, I hope you guys have got something out of this. Hit up the Bluetti website. We'll have a link down below. Remember, we have a 6% discount code across their range. So if the Charger 2 is something that you might be interested in, follow those links, have a little look, do your research, watch other reviews. Some of them will be far more comprehensive than what I've put together here, but the fact that I'm getting 670 watts charge out of that unit, considering all the other power demands of the cruiser with that other battery that's under the bonnet, I'm pretty impressed with that, and we'll be able to keep that power station topped off, and that will be our backup power for the caravan if we need it, and it'll also be running my coffee machine and the fridge in the back of this car. So hope you enjoyed it, guys. We'll catch you out there. See ya.